What's going on, nation? ukvapeuk here and welcome. Today I bring you a brand new company. This is their first product. It's called 13 Technologies and this is the Arcane 13 RDA. They also team up with Martin Laforest, I think that's his name, from Dead Wish mods. So yeah, you know he's gonna have some quality in here. It is a 24mm RDA with it's a simple deck that we didn't saw many times. Now the airflow is pretty weird on this one, the shape of the airflow, but actually works very nice. It's not going to be squawkable. That was kind of a surprise for me, but obviously we go to all of that on the up and close. So what we're going to do now, we're going to dive down. Okay, and here is the box where your Arcane 13 RDA comes in. Extra O-rings and extra post screws. This one will not come with a squonk pin. And you're also gonna get an extra AFC in Ultim. And here is your main event, the Arcane 13. So starting from the top, you're gonna have a 810, very low profile drip tip. And all your 810 will fit here, no issues. As you can see, it's a very low profile drip tip right there. It's gonna have Arcane 13 on the top, 13 Tech says that, technology. Machining is pretty damn good and all the engraving are very nice. You're also gonna have this kind of, it will help you to kind of grab, to, you know, turn your airflow. So your airflow is going to be adjustable. You're going to have 13 is going to be your airflow, as you can see right there. And when you start to turn, it might be a bit rough because obviously I clean it. It might be a little bit dry, but you can, as you can see, you can go. It says 13. You start to close a little bit on the top right there. Okay, I touch it on the mod to be a little bit easier. It is very easy to adjust. It's just because it's very dry and it was not on the top on anything. As you can see, obviously what you adjust on one side is going to be the same on the other. And you keep going. Now you're going to have kind of only one slot. As you can see, you can really adjust precisely your airflow on this one right here. Now it's going to start to open, as you can see, bottom by bottom. It is hard, it is very dry, as you can see, 2 lines. It's going to open the 3rd line right there. I mean, you get what I'm talking about. It is pretty damn easy when it has juice on it. You're also going to have kind of engraving right here. It looks like it's not finished. I don't know if they're going to have like a mech mod that will match this, because it looks like it was cut. I even don't know why it is. It looks like some kind of leaf going on in there, and you're gonna have 13 right there. Now on the bottom, it is a 24mm diameter RDA. You're gonna have your serial number. You're gonna have Arcane 13 Technologies. It has a silver plated 510 that protrudes more than enough if you want to use on a hybrid mechanical mod. And this one will not have an option for squonking. Yeah, very strange that it didn't include a squonk pin to squonk on this one. So if you open up, you're going to be presented with your top cap and obviously your, this one right here, it is detachable. As you can see, all the steps of the airflow going on right there. You're also going to have an option for one slot to really reduce. Machining on this thing is just amazing. Very thick cap. Look at that. It is a massive thick cap. You're also going to have a locking mechanism, as you can see right there. So as soon as it's locked in place, your airflow always going to be facing your coils. And if you want to use, as I told you, you can use this one right here. And it kind of, you know, you're going to have a black option that's going to look very nice. And even on this one is going to be nice. I think it's to reduce maybe the heat transfer, even though I didn't have any heating on this one right here. Now here is the deck. Now the deck, it is pretty simple, nothing too complicated. You're gonna have this juice well right here that is not massive, especially when you put the cotton in here. It is not massive, but I can't see why this one couldn't be squonkable. You know, you're gonna have your peak insulator, obviously separating your positive from your negative, and here is where your legs will go in. They go kind of on an angle right there. It is not hard to build. It has a flathead screwdriver, so pretty easy to do that. Also the mechanism that is gonna lock is gonna be right there and is held by 2 O-rings, and it's gonna have this lip that most of the times will avoid to any liquid go over the the bottom of your RDA. So very nice that it has that lip, and it's just throw your coils in there and build it up. So we're gonna pick up some coils and I show you how to do it. Okay, so I went ahead and I cut on the Coil tool 5.5 mil size on this one right here. You can't fit massive coils. That's one of my things that I don't really like. I wish the holes were a bit more separate so you could fit more wraps. As you can see, 5.5, you just slide it there, okay, and you hold it. Very easy to build on this bad boy. Okay, is it nice and in place? Obviously throw the other one, same thing. So now they are in place. Obviously you want to adjust them. Here we go. I think they are 3 mil diameter. Here we go. You want to kind of push them a little bit on the top. Even if you cut 6 mils on the Coil tool, you will be fine. This one right here, like I said, 5.5, I still think is nice. If you go too low, you're probably gonna skip kind of your coil when the airflow comes to heat your coil. So you don't want to go too low or too high, but you always can go there and then, and obviously put your cap and see how it lands. Right, so as you can see, mine is gonna really hit that coil dead on. So you could go, if you want to have that kind of little bit of bottom middle hit on your coil, you could go a 6 mil diameter, 6 mil on the Coil tool, or even 6.5. I mean, you always can try to see which one is the best. I like it to keep a little bit more kind of the center, right on the edge, the coil here. I don't want to keep it too, because this is a thick cap, so I want to keep it kind of the edge, and then just your wick's gonna fall in there. So very nice. Here we go. I think it's kind of nice there. Let's glow this bad boy. Okay, they're nice and glowing. Let's throw some cotton. Cotton is in place. Obviously you want to fluff it out. You don't want to leave big legs on this one. It does not require to have big legs on the cotton. The deck is not that deep, so you need like big legs. Just want to have a little bit there. So cut it right about, I will say here will be more than enough. Again here. Probably even a little bit too much, but that's fine. Here we go. Tuck it in there. I like to keep always the middle. It is a little bit too much, but at least it's gonna hold quite a lot of juice on those wicks right there, as you can see. Obviously no squonking action on this one. Okay, we have the vapors right there. So now obviously you want to pull your cap. Just keep turning till it catches. There we go. Perfect in there. Obviously if you have to do any adjustments to the cotton, I like to keep that middle free so the airflow can travel. Choose your favorite cap, drip it tip on the top, and yes, that's it. You're ready to go. So I do think we did cover up everything. We're gonna come back on top. I tell you where you can get a price, and we run to pros and cons. Alright, and we're back, and that was the up and close for the Arcane 13 RDA by 13 Technology. So where you can get it in price? Listen, far as I know, here in the UK, only 2 stores gonna have it, Evolution Vaping and Vaping 101. I think they used to be exclusive to Evolution Vaping, but I think then they kind of resell to Vaping 101, something like that. So you're only going to have those 2 stores, and it goes for about £45. So it's going to be nearly your middle tier RDA. It's not going to be on the cheapest side, but it's not going to be on the most expensive side of the price. Now let's go to pros and cons. Listen, non-squonkable. I don't get it. That's going to be a massive con for me, because I do love to squonk on my RDAs. All my RDAs, I squonk them just for because it's more practical for me, not because it's gonna affect anything the way vapes. It's just because it's more practical for me. I just like to grab my mod with the juice in there and squonk. Like this, I have to grab the mod, I have to have a bottle around, so I do prefer to definitely squonk. Some For some people, doesn't matter because they're probably gonna use this on a Mac mod. Either I think this might have be designed for a Mac mod, but I don't know. I don't know why they didn't include a squonk pin. I'm so upset with that. Another nitty picky con is the design on the front, the engraving. It looks like it was cut in half. I don't get it. I don't know if they're gonna release a Mac mod that is gonna match, and if they're gonna do that, that's actually pretty damn cool. But I don't know if you want to use on any other mod. It looks like it was cut in half. The engraving is perfect. The machining, perfect in this thing. It's just, yeah, very, very weird. And 2 cons, that's it. Now, when I got this RDA and I first looked at the deck, I was like, oh, another con, sorry. Completely forgot about that one. That also a pretty, I won't say bad con because it still performs good, but I wish those pole screws were a bit wider, and they could have done that, because if they had put it wider, that means you could put big coils in there. Now, I think this audio was definitely not designed for series. It was definitely designed for Mac mod, so smaller coils, lower ohms in there to really give you that kick. But I wish I could put, the maximum you can go here, depending on the wire that you use. Obviously, if you're using round wire, you can go 6-7 wraps. But if you use like a flat wrap or an alien, you're probably gonna go 5 wraps top. After that, it's gonna start to concave if you try to put any more wraps in there. So I really wish those pole screws were a little bit wider. Now, when I got this RDN, I first looked to the deck and I installed my coils, and then I looked to the airflow. I said, 13 in there, that's not gonna work. We want some kind of, honeycomb or slot like we used to. It's probably not gonna be a good flavor. Let me tell you something, this thing in flavor is top notch. I was so surprised how good this thing vapes, even though it's probably not going to be an RDA that I'm going to be using because it doesn't have a squonk option. Now, I could leave with the pole screws not be that wide, I can put small coils in there, still gonna have a very, very nice vape. It's just the squonk action in there. This thing vapes like a champ. Pros, the machining, the engraving, everything looks good here. The pole screws look nice, very easy to build. You're gonna have kind of a nice juice well, at least you can put cotton in there to hold your juice. Leaking on this thing, unless you put a lot of juice, is gonna leak, otherwise you can really a drip on it, you're not gonna have any issue. 810 on the top, looks good. It is kind of a short RDA. There's a 24mm, looks very, very nice. I do like that. It's also obviously easy to wake, no issues there. But the best thing about this RDA is the way it vapes. It vapes like a champ. So at this point I have 0.11 in there, 35 watts. I have like a quarter of the top airflow close. Let's have it. I don't have enough power in there. You can pump a lot of power on this bad boy. You also can kind of really fine tune your airflow on this one to really have, let's go, you know what? So why don't I close, instead of closing from the top, I close it from the side. So that's a good thing. You can close from the top or from the sides. So I close like a quarter from the side, 45 watts, 0.11. Let's have it. You would think with that airflow, it's gonna get really hot as soon as you start to pump the watts, but this thing could go way more than that. We're gonna pump that up. Another big thing is they give you the ultim cap. At first I thought it's gonna get really hot on you because I said, oh, it has a thick middle barrel. They give you the ultim to kind of keep cooling down, to transfer that heat. Doesn't get hot at all. I think it's just for, to look good, to matchy. So 55 watts semi-flow. Just start to get warm, to be honest. Let's go 65 watts on this bad boy. Let me see if I have juice in there. Yeah, it looks good. Thick clouds, loads of flavor. I could go easy 85 watts. You know what? Let's go 75 watts. Same airflow. Keep in mind I have the... You know what? Let's open the airflow wide open. Here we go. And let's go straight away to the 85 watts. And let's drip a little bit. Here we go. I don't know if you can see it. Focus. As you can see, 85 watts. Let's have it. listen, you know I like to vape low watts, and I could vape at 85 with this bad boy, no problem. So if you like high watts, you probably can run, 100, 120 watts. This is small coils. Keep in mind they're gonna ramp up very, very quick. Yeah, I think it was designed more for mech mod to run low ohms in there and have all that power and dripping. It was not designed to be a squonkable. But it is flavor on this thing. It's not just cause, it is flavor. Listen, if you can get past not having the squonk option, like I said, I'm probably not going to use it because I don't drip. I like to squonk. But if you can get past that, if you love your mechs, this RDA, it is a beast for the first project. Now, I know they team up with Dead Wish mods, and they do very, very good stuff. Extreme, pure mech mods and pure power. So I know they team up with them, and they came up with a very, very impressive RDA. I mean, 45 pounds, it is definitely it's not too cheap, but it's not too expensive for what you get here. So definitely recommend, just do a Google search if you're here in the UK or outside the UK, you're probably gonna find it out. So we're gonna wrap it up. Thanks for everything. Don't forget to like and subscribe. I wish you all the best, and I hope to see you next time. Till then, keep vaping.